Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today we're going to talk about the mass airflow sensor on this 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage and say a few common causes of the mass airflow. So this mass airflow sensor is right here. Comes in through the air cleaner, and then it has a meter that reads your flow of air. And so there's a few reasons why it would go, it can be dirty, right? You'll have a check engine light that most likely comes on in your vehicle. Get your code read and it'll say, bad reading or so forth. So you can take this apart. Sometimes you can clean it. They're generally fairly easy to just replace instead of try to clean it, because cleaning it sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. It's kind of a 50-50 chance. So the way you would replace it after diagnosing and having you also would have a lack of power, acceleration. You might think it's just spark, but if you're checking the engine code and it's coming up with that the air is not reading right, and it also might be just the fact that the air filter is really dirty, so you might start by checking the air filter, and if that's not dirty, well, then we would go and see how dirty this is. But to remove it, just undo this clip, and then it's a T20, and do these screws. And then just pull it and pop it out. And we do our best to never touch any of this with our hands, not because it can cause it to go bad. This looks really clean, but if you were having other symptoms, then you would start diagnosing different things. But if you want to go ahead and put a new one in to make sure, you just would put it in the reverse order, brand new one. You make sure that you've got that rubber seal on there. Put it back in without touching any of the other electrical components. And just tighten those up. Not real, good and snug, but not real tight because this is plastic. Then go ahead and hook up that cable. And sometimes you might have left this cable undone when you've done some other work on your car and can cause some hesitation and so forth. So you definitely want to make sure that that's hooked back up if you're having some issues right after you've done some work on the car. But the main common things are this can be dirty, and when it's dirty it can cause issues with your car running of poor acceleration and a rough running. And so you'd want to check that. Like I said, there are cleaners that you can use on them, but they're very 50-50. So it's your choice, or you just buy a new one and put it on if you've diagnosed through all the code reading that this is what the problem is. That's how you replace it on a 2020 Mitsubishi Mirage. Thanks for watching.